Good day. So, I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share a very simple yet tasty recipe. It's a gorgeous day outside up here in beautiful Idlewild, and I'm going to guess it's probably in the high 50s, which is warm. Beautiful blue skies and bright sun shining. So I thought I would make a simple taste treat. Some people use it as a breakfast food. I do once in a while. But it's avocado toast. Very easy. Very easy. You could even teach your children how to make it because it's a safe dish for them to make. So what I have going on right now, my pan is heating up. Let me show it to you. So I angle the camera down here. So I have a pan, just a small little fry pan, stainless steel. And inside that small fry pan, I put probably about, I want to say maybe like a teaspoon of ghee, which is clarified butter. This is by a company called Carrington Farms. And I decided to use ghee because I want that creamy, rich flavor. And because it's got a great high smoke point, so you can cook it at high heat. Although I don't recommend cooking anything at high heat unless it's really quickly like your pan searing. But what am I going to cook? You don't have to cook at all for avocado toast. All you have to do simply is just grill or toast a piece of gluten-free bread, or you can stick it in a convention oven like this one, which has obviously a toaster setting on it. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to angle my camera here. Try not to knock it over as usual. And I'm going to cook some tomatoes. Why did I choose tomatoes? Because I don't want to just do regular avocado toast with just mashed avocado and salt. I want to spice it up a little bit, add a little bit of interesting variety and flavor. So what I've done here, and I'll show you via the camera angle, I've already taken my little Roma tomatoes right here, which are the kind of little tiny kind of pear shape that fit in the small palm of your hand. They're called Roma tomatoes, and I've sliced them. And I don't know, I sliced them about 1/4 of an inch thick. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take them as my toast is toasting here in the toaster. And I'm going to stick them in the pan. So let me angle the camera here for a moment. And once again, because these have liquid in them, liquid as in the raw seeds, look at how beautiful that is. See, isn't that beautiful? Hey, I have a tomato on my head. Anyway, you gotta have fun. So just because I want to turn 60 doesn't mean I can't tap into my childlike innocence. So I'm gonna slowly tap these in there, put these in there away from me so they don't splat too much. And they're already splatting as usual. I'm just gonna cook them until they are soft. Okay? Nothing crazy and wild. See? So just cooking them until they're soft, which isn't gonna take long at all. I would imagine probably, I don't know, maybe like that thickness, which is about 1/4 of an inch thick. Probably about a minute per side, no big deal. You just want to soften them up. And why? And I'll talk to you about, I'm actually going to stick my beautiful gluten-free toast back in the toaster for just a little bit, only because I feel it's nice to have a nice, hard, crunchy piece of toast to work with when you're making avocado toast. So I'm going to stick that in there for a little bit. And while I'm sticking that in there, I'm going to let the tomatoes continue to cook. Here's a multitasking part. And then I'm going to take my avocado, my beautiful California Hass avocado, which at one time I discovered they were called alligator pears. Wow, yeah, why? Because their skin is kind of rough and knobbly like an alligator, that thick, knobbly Hass avocado skin. And then I guess they're kind of shaped like a pear. But now everybody knows them as avocados. Nobody uses that term anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle the camera again. Oh, by the way, my flame is on low. And then I'm gonna prep my avocado mash to put on the toast. And so I think there's a little bit of schmutz in that. Nope, okay. So what I do is, first of all, I wanted to talk to you before I go into making the avocado mash. I'm gonna turn off my toaster because my beautiful gluten-free toast looks nice and crispy and hard. And it's gonna just stay in the toaster and stay warm, or cool down in the toaster. But anyway, why am I doing cooked tomatoes? And I'll bring the camera down here and flip them over. Why am I doing cooked tomatoes as opposed to raw? Well, because, let's see, raw tomatoes are a nightshade vegetable. Nightshades are eggplant, peppers, bell peppers, tomatoes, and nightshades have lectins in them. Lectins are a plant protein which are foreign to the body. So whenever we eat nightshades, the lectins in the nightshades in the vegetable want to attack our body, believe it or not. So that's why some people have digestive issues or don't feel so well after eating nightshades. So, because nightshades also, look at how beautiful those look. Just a gentle toss. I'm going to sprinkle some spice on them at the end. But anyway, nightshades and lectins cause weight gain. They cause inflammation in the body. Oh, and they can also attribute to and create leaky gut, digestive issues. So anytime you can lightly cook a nightshade, it's better for you. And of course, every once in a while we're going to have raw tomato salsa. That's okay, unless you have celiac disease and are sensitive to nightshades, then you might want to avoid those. So that's why I just lightly cooked the tomatoes. And I just turned the flame off, and I only cooked it on low. I mean, you saw that. That was probably about a minute per side. But I'm going to leave them in the pan so they can continue to soften up. So that's why I'm using, I'm cooking the tomatoes as opposed to serving them raw. All right? And I'll chat about this while I'm prepping the avocado mash. So the cool thing about cooked tomatoes is that cooked tomatoes are very powerful antioxidant. They have lycopene in them. Lycopene, and gently you want to cut your avocado while it's in your hand, slowly, and just turn it around like that as I shift subjects here. And then remember, like before, you just gently twist it. Look at that beautiful avocado. Yum, yum. Beautiful alligator pears. So I'm going to use the smaller one. And for 2 pieces of toast, you want to use probably about a half of an avocado. So there's a little bit of black stuff. I'm just going to scrape that out. No big deal. But I don't need to eat it. So I'll put that over in the sink. But anyway, so back to cooked tomatoes. Cooked tomatoes have lycopene. Lycopene is an extremely powerful antioxidant, which is known to reduce the risk of men, hear me out here, prostate cancer. So you may want to consider eating more cooked tomatoes, as in tomato sauce, pasta, grilled tomatoes, stuffed tomatoes with grass-fed beef. So anyway, that's one of the many benefits. It's a powerful antioxidant. It helps reduce the risk of prostate cancer. Very high in lycopene, which I said is an antioxidant. And so it helps reduce the risk of cancer, bone loss, and stroke. So, and it's also very beneficial for your gut bacteria. Yum. So anyway, that's one of the reasons, the main reason why you want to have cooked versus raw. See? And perhaps that's why a lot of people that go on these very strict raw food diets sometimes get, jacked up digestive problems and issues because they're not quite balanced in their raw versus cooked, and which ones they should eat more raw and cooked. And maybe they're sensitive to nightshades, but they don't know, so they're eating raw tomatoes all the time and this and that and other raw bell pepper, and all of a sudden, my gut. Anyway, something to consider. So back here. So here's my little half an avocado. Once again, avocados are a beautiful, beautiful, healthy fat, which you can use for energy. It does have some protein in it, high in fiber, with also potassium and vitamin B as in boy, and vitamin K as in okay. So that's one of the many benefits. Let me get my toast over here, scoot it over there. All right, so let's scoot that. So let's see here. So now I have my half avocado. I'm going to keep this very plain and simple. All I'm going to do is sprinkle some organic. You remember this? I love this item. This beautiful product by Bragg's. Husband and wife Bragg. I don't remember their first names, but they came out with a lot of great products. This is their organic sprinkle herbs and spices. They're 24 herbs and spices, okay? Very, very wonderful flavors in there, and it is all organic and just some raw dried herbs. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on the avocado, like so. And if you really have to know, it's probably about, I don't know, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. See that? You just sprinkle it, go with your gut, whatever feels right. And then I have some pepper. So I'm gonna, oh no, this is not pepper. Oh, holy goodness. This is obviously salt. So I'm gonna grind a little bit of salt in there. And unfortunately, or fortunately, the salt grinds whatever pieces came out really thick. So that's gonna be a little salty. And then I have a little bit of pepper. I'm not gonna put a whole lot because there's plenty of spice in there with the Bragg. So that's just organic ground pepper. And then, to zest it up a little bit and not allow the avocado to brown, I'm going to add just a smidge of organic fresh lemon juice. So let me move that over. Just cut this at the end, just a small little bit. See how tiny that little piece is? Look, see that? And then I'm just going to bring it over here and just squeeze in just a few, not a whole bunch. That was probably about, I don't know, 10 drops. But once again, it's one of these recipes where you can just decide based on your taste buds. And then I'm just going to take this, as you can see with my spoon here, nothing fancy. You can use a fork. A fork is probably better because it's got the fork tines and it'll help break it up, mash it up easier. So let me take this out with my clean fingers here and go get a fork. Don't go away, I'll be right back. All right. So this is the filling, obviously the topping for the avocado toast, and it is easier with the little fork because it helps mush it up nicer and it blends it a little better. You don't want it really mushy and smooth. Or maybe you do. I prefer mine a little chunkier, as you can see. But what you do want to do, you want to make sure you blend all those flavors, okay? And the original avocado toast recipe was created in some restaurant. I don't remember the name of it. But their ingredients was basically avocado, mushed avocado, a little bit of lemon juice, salt, and just red pepper flakes. But since they've invented it, so many other variations have come to fruition. So see how easy that is? You just make your own special avocado mash, whatever you want in it. But of course I got to taste a little bit of it and make sure it's the flavors suffice. Make sure there's not too much lemon in relation to the salt. So let me do a quick taste. Oh yeah. Perfect. Really does taste perfect. All right, so before we get into making the actual toast, I want to talk to you about the second powerful main ingredient, bread. You can't have toast without frickin' bread, right? So, unless you have access to really high quality artisan bread, like similar to what they serve over at Farrow's in Ottawa, because Frank and Lori Farrow bring their beautiful, delicious flour from Europe, from Italy, and it's very optimal. So unless you have celiac disease and you're okay with eating gluten periodically, I would say, hey, grab a great slice of artisan bread, but not everybody can eat gluten. That said, I have two wonderful options. My absolute favorite is this. It's by a company in Palm Desert called Aspen Mills. Aspen Mills. And they make bakery products. They make gluten-free products as well. This is their artisan sour loaf bread. It's already pre-sliced. It's heavy and dense. It's freaking delicious, and it's nice and crunchy, so it's perfect for avocado toast. This is my absolute favorite. See, it's like my favorite babe. Anyway, there's that. Second good choice. It is a good choice, but you know, it's more commercial and mass quantities. Is you can find it at any good health food store. Is a gluten-free bread by a Canyon Bakehouse. All right, Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free bread. So, but because I have plenty of leftover, those I keep frozen and I bring them out over time. I have a little bit of leftover of the Aspen Mills bread that I used. So here is my my beautiful piece of toast. Okay, you can hear that. Nice and hard and crunchy. So all you do is you take the toast, your nice hard crunchy toast. You stick it on a plate, so let me angle the camera down here. I've already made my beautiful, vibrant, healthy fat and fiber and whatever else the avocado, vitamin K, potassium has in it, my avocado spread. And then what you do is you take a scoop out, like so. This is a half an avocado, depending on the size of the avocado, but generally half an avocado is perfect for one piece of toast. Okay, so don't go away as I put this bowl in the sink and rinse it off. Of course, after I lick a couple sides of it because it tastes so good, and I don't like wasting stuff. So, all right. So that bowl's in there, rinsing off. Oh, the fork too. All right. So back at the task at hand. So now you have your avocado mash on top, and it's not too thin. It's got some little chunks in it. Couple things. Don't go away. I'll be right back. You can, I had to go throw that in the sink. You can eat it just like this, which would be lovely, or you can kind of spice it up a little bit. So how am I going to do that? Let me show you here as I angle the camera. Remember those tomatoes that I so gently sauteed? I'm going to take a few of those and I'm going to put them on top like this. Okay, here we go. And like this. Probably fit 4 pieces up there. And I already shared with you why cooked as opposed to raw tomatoes. You can do raw, but just know that if you're sensitive to nightshades and you're trying to avoid weight gain, inflammation, and what else? Leaky gut problems, you want to avoid the raw and stick to the cooked more. So look, so I just placed my tomatoes on top. I'm not done yet. I already have the lemon juice in there. I'm going to do another thing. I'm going to take this Gosh, I don't remember the name. I don't recall the name or how to spell it, but I'm going to figure it out again. Not to spell it, how to pronounce it. Sorry about the camera angle. It's a beautiful extra virgin olive oil from Greece. I have a little bit of Greek in me too. 43% Native American, but I still have a little bit of Greek and Italian in me, and 17% Spanish. Wow, I'm a mixed one. Anyway, this beautiful extra virgin olive oil is from Greece, and it's all organic. It says the leading organic olive oil of Greece. It's called, I think it's pronounced Gaia, Gaea. Let's see if you can see that in the light. Yeah, there you go. So, why did I decide to add a little bit of olive oil? Because olive oil is also a great antioxidant. EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, is also the highest quality olive oil you can find. You don't ever want to cook with it because it creates oxidative damage and it can become a carcinogenic in your body. So I'm just going to take a little bit and drizzle this raw all over these beautiful tomatoes. Remember, this is another beautiful antioxidant. Olive oil helps protect your heart. It helps protect a healthy brain. And hell, God knows sometimes my fat brain needs some help. So, healthy brain. What else? Helps fight cancer, just like the cooked tomatoes. It because it's an antioxidant, and the antioxidants are also in the tomatoes. Antioxidants. The more antioxidants you have in your body, the less free radicals you have. And antioxidants help keep you young looking. Free radicals help keep you old looking, and they break the body down more. I'm trying to get some decent light in here. So, yeah, look at the skin. Yeah, clean skin. Not a stitch of makeup. Not even any mascara today. But anyway, this skin is going to be 60 years old. See any wrinkles? Maybe just a couple lines. But that's okay. I'll be 60 if I've never had a facelift. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, so this is a really healthy dish. What else? Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of this beautiful pink Himalayan sea salt, okay? I'm going to crack some of that on top, grind it on top. And remember, the cool thing about the olive oil is that you can also use it on your skin to help soften and moisturize your skin. And you can also, ladies and men, you can use it as a lubricant to shave. Gotcha. To shave your legs, to shave your face. Ladies, maybe some of you want to shave your face with olive oil. Anyway, instead of waxing. But, and you can also use it to remove eye makeup. So olive oil is very versatile. So there you go. Here's the beautiful avocado toast. Let's get it in the light here. Okay, this is under the artificial light. Let me move it over here. Get it under the more natural light from the window. Isn't that beautiful? And then, last but not least, I bring it over here. And let me get my napkin. Oh, another thing I wanted to share with you before I take my bite. There's so many variations, so many things you can do with beautiful avocado toast. You can make it so many different ways. One of the things you can do is you can add some hemp seeds, okay, for a little vegetable protein. You can add some crunchy flax seeds, which I made. I'm going to take a bite, then I'm going to add some to my second bite. You can also add, if you'd like, some goat milk crumbled feta cheese. Okay. Here's another one. This is from a company called Corella's, and it's savor the intense flavor of traditional sheep and goat's milk cheese. This is also from Greece. So you can add those things. One of the things you want to consider though, if you're considering calories, I don't freaking count calories. My body will tell me how much to eat and when to eat. So when you get into your body, you're going to know you don't have to count calories. You just move. Get out there and move. Stack stones, chop wood, haul the kids on your shoulders, do squats with them, whatever. But anyway, but the point is that this has a lot of carbohydrates in it because of the bread, obviously, and then good healthy fat. So maybe you do want to kind of watch that intake for yourself. So let me just take a bite after I raise the roof here, raise the camera. First of all, I want to bless this food. Thank you, great benevolent spirit of the universe. Thank you all who brought it to my table. Thank you, farm workers, day laborers, managers, producers. Thank you so much. Thank you, great spirit. Thank you, plant spirits. Everything is energy. I raise the vibration level of this food to meet my body's powerful vibrational needs. Aho, great spirit. Sometimes there are just no words. Okay, so a little bit of hemp seeds up here. By the way, that was freaking amazing, okay? Amazing and easy to make. Hemp seeds, just a little bit for now. I usually add them to a lot of other things. And then a small amount of flax. Flax, nice fiber too, good fat. And the other thing too is now you don't just have your, I'm not going to do any goat cheese because I've had my sufficient amount of portion of goat cheese earlier. The nice thing is that the avocado toast is rich and creamy. Angle this again. It's rich and creamy. So when you add the crunchy flax seeds, then you have that nice crunchy, creamy contrast. So here goes. That's my victory dance. As goofy as it looks, sorta. Anyway, delicious, absolutely amazing, so easy to make. Teach your kids how to make this. All you need is a toaster. Anyway, you don't have to add tomatoes if they don't like them. What else? If you like these videos, please, I ask, please kindly share them. Just push send, share. I would really appreciate it. Somebody else might find it very interesting. Until we meet again, my friends, many blessings to you. Adios. Namaste, amigos and amigas.